a teacher over in the Pratt school district. I teach computer classes, and I go around and I present augmented reality. I just happen to be in Florida at the moment, so I asked Diane if I could hang out with you guys and kind of share some augmented reality. And I am recording this, so if anybody wants to go back and watch it, they can, or if somebody's missed a session, they'll have access to it.
Very cool. So what we had them do first is they're coloring on the quiver sheets. And how many of you have never done this before, ever? Okay, how many of you got it to work? What do you think? It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay, so what do you like about, let's start with just quiver. What do you like about that one, Katie?
I use those coloring sheets as a writing prompt. I give the kids the sheets to color, and they have to write a story based about that sheet. It's creative writing, so it could be anything as long as they incorporate what's going on on the page. I do not tell them the app that they need to use to scan it. I have them type up a rough draft, and during the time they're coloring, they're talking with each other and they're sharing kind of their stories and building their stories, so it kind of opens up collaboration. And then they type up their first draft. I let them know what app they need, and then they have to go back and revise their story to add the augmented part to their story. So whatever happened once they scan the page, they have to kind of add that to their story.
Very cool. Okay, we're installing this one. All right, how many of you can see this being a writing activity? All right, so what are some prompts that you would have the kids do over the bird? There you go. Stand up over it, it's easier. What would you have them write about with the bird? And yes?
Tell the point of view from the worm side.
Tell the point of view from the worm side. What about that, Katie?
I love that idea. I did have a student write about being chased by the bird.
Being chased by the bird? That's pretty good. Anybody else? What did you do about the dot day? There's another one here that was the color dot. Is this one? Anybody get this one to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is having trouble with the app? You want to have trouble with the app? If not, you can go check around. Okay, so that's one, Katie. What other apps do you like?
Well, I was going to mention the dot day one. We use that one. Does anybody know about the dot day, the International Dot Day?
Who knows about the International Dot Day? Like 3 of them. Rachel, what is it?
I know very little.
I'm the same way. I know that they have Skype sessions on it where it's a book and that you read the book and you can do different activities with Dot Day. That's about all I know.
Katie, can you do a screen share and show them the cover of the book?
I don't have the book with me, but what what I do with the dot day sheet is I have the kids write about how they're going to make their mark in the world, and that's what the book is about, leaving your mark. So the kids have to do a writing activity, an essay, and they write about how they're going to make the mark in the world. And then with the coloring sheet, the dot day coloring sheet, they have to design a logo that goes with their essay. And then I tell them which app they use, and they have to interact with it, and they have to take pictures, selfies with them and their logo in the augmented world. And then they have to, and then I teach blogging, so then they have to blog about their experience using that app and how they liked the logo and how they did their selfies and stuff and how they're going to leave their mark in the world.
I'm showing them the cover of the book. Have you seen this book already? But
the author is Peter Reynolds, and I got to meet him personally. He drew a sketch of me. It was really great. He has other books too, not just the dot, but he's a very inspirational author and illustrator, and it's amazing.
You know this book. Oh, know this book? Oh, it's about like, oh, it's when you can see it, it's even better. Yeah. That was it. Okay, Katie, let's talk about Augmented.
I was hoping you'd bring that one up. Do you have the app downloaded?
I do not.
Okay, the app that you need, and it spells out STAR, but if you're on an Apple device, it's called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. And you'll need that app, and I'll put up a trigger on my screen.
Okay, so let me get a download. It's called Supreme what again?
It's Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. And it's by That. And while you are downloading, I'm going to talk about the company just a little bit, because there's some things that they have that I think the teachers need to kind of know about, because I think they'll really love their Teach Connect. They build a community just for teachers to share augmented lessons and activities, and I love to create augmented lessons and activities. So a lot of the things that I've made are now in the Teach Connect. And if you go to That and you tell them I sent you, you'll get a free account to the Teach Connect, and you'll have access to all the things I've made that are augmented. And I have math triggers, I have language arts triggers, I have some 360 triggers, and that's what I'm going to show you in just a moment, a 360 trigger, which is going to blow your mind away. And this is a place that teachers can share. So I share, and then other teachers that belong to the community, they can also send their augmented lesson and put it in the community to share with others.
Okay, I have it installed on my phone. Has anybody else had any luck getting it installed? Yes. It's called Supreme Tutoring.
Augmented reality.
Augmented reality. The door is locked. The door is locked. That's crazy. Here's a.
Hey, let me know when somebody has the app downloaded.
I've got it.
Okay, so. Okay, Katie, let's have it. Let's go ahead and roll what you put on your screen.
Okay, give me 1 second.
How many of you have never seen a Google Hangout before? This first two? Okay. So this works very similar to Skype, as you can tell. And you can do a screen share. So if you're going to have an expert work with your students virtually, they have a PowerPoint or something, it'll show what's on the screen to the other class. It's completely free, and if you have Google Apps for Education in your district, it is available. We just have, you have to check with your IT department. Some of them don't turn the Google Hangouts on, but if you're lucky, we're lucky here, we get to have them. So, okay, we have the picture of the ocean, Katie.
Okay, so in the app, you're going to launch it, and you're going to click Start Lesson.
Start lesson. Okay.
And then you're going to have choices. These are like channels or windows. The option you need to click is 360-degree panorama, or panorama.
That's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Say that again.
I said 300. Maybe I chose wrong. You said start lesson.
Start lesson, and then you're going to click 360-degree. It's down towards the bottom in the middle. It says 360.
We have architecture or environments.
Okay, you're going to click environment. Then you're going to scan the picture, and once the picture is loaded on your device, you can get up and walk around, look up, look down, look behind you, spin around. You will be in the middle of the ocean.
There it goes. Now you can walk around the room.
Don't bump into anything.
Oh, that's cool. Chrissy, come show him. He didn't get it installed. Come show them what you see.
Oh, there it is. Just cross it
We're doing great, Katie.
Yeah, it doesn't work so bad. It's trying again, and I didn't. I'm wondering, and it even you're walking. This is crazy. Look straight up for the sun. The sun's up there. Water. I wish there was a shark. There's a fish. I don't know how to yes.
All right, Katie, you've blown their mind. I just want you to know.
Awesome.
But we still have iPads. We still have iPads.
Can
So
I
how
also,
I'm sorry, Katie. How many of you are thinking this is pretty amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Will it work with any picture?
Will it work with any image, Katie?
no, it only works with their images that's in their library, and they have tons. They have like on top of a volcano, on top of a mountain, different places around the world, like in London. So they have literally tons, and they're adding to these. And I can also teach you how to make them yourself. So if you go to, say, a field trip and you want to take some 360s of the place that you're at so that you can bring it back home and share with others, I could show you how to do that. But that's the one-on-one kind of instruction.
That's more intense.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the power for the audio so that they can actually hear you better. So like, I'm only just like crashing, making terrible noises. Okay, try to talk now, sweetie.
Okay, can you hear me better?
It's underneath. Hang on 1 second, Katie. Oh, sorry.
Somehow. Stay out of your way.
Oh,
Get
no.
in your way.
If it's like
Can we
us, we
both?
have to unplug everything. So there's the power strip, it's probably not plugged in because we have to unplug everything when we leave, so.
Yeah,
we got like.
Turning on the speakers. Sorry, Katie.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I think we're going to be a winner now. All right, now talk, sweetheart.
Okay.
There we go.
The company has tons and tons of these in their library, but you have to use their triggers to make it work. And they have like on a volcano, in a mountain, places around the world, like there's one from London, England. So literally you could go around the world and have that immerse experience in your classroom. You can also create them yourself, but I would have to teach you. It's a little bit more intense, and it's more of a one-on-one kind of session. But you could go to a field trip. Say you went to Disneyland or Disney World, or you took your kids to a national museum, and you went to do a 360 and bring that back, so people that couldn't go could experience that place. You could do that. I'm going to show you their website so you can kind of know where to go, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Whoa.
You're still there.
No, that looked funny on my side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, share. It's easier on a desktop than a Chromebook to do this.
So will this work on a Chromebook, or do you have to have Apple to make this work?
The app works
Yeah.
on any device. as long as it's a mobile device.
Oh, so if you have a Droid tablet, it'll work. They can still do
Right.
this.
Okay, what do you see? What do you see on your screen?
We still see the
The
ocean.
picture? Okay, let me close that.
Okay, now we see you.
Okay, I didn't share right. Hang on. Gotta love technology. Come on, share my screen.
If not, I can pull it up and you can kind of give a walking tour as I guide. There we go. Now we see your desktop.
Okay.
We're good.
This is That. It's an augmented reality company, but it's solely on education. They have animated lessons. They have three-dimensional objects. They have this huge library of three-dimensional objects. Like, for example, I used their trigger for the Great Pyramid with my social studies class. And the kids scanned it, and then they got to see a 3D model popped out of the three pyramids. But they have tons, I mean, hundreds of three-dimensional objects. And what is great, it's already made for you, and all you do is have to use them. But they have what is called a Teach Connect, and it's up here. And I belong to that. That's where teachers can join and share their augmented lessons. So let me go ahead and log in so you can kind of see what they have. When you get in, you're going to get descriptions of the different ones. And most of these at the moment are mine. This is brand new to them. And they've let me kind of have like an open gate, here, put your stuff in, share it kind of thing. So it's really great. But once you find the one you want to use, and you can search for math, you can search for language arts, you could do 3D, 360 degree, whatever you're looking for, you can do a search. Then once you find it, you go and click on it and you'll get access to the trigger. And I made a lot of these triggers, and a lot of them are for math. I made an interactive math notebook for a 7th grade teacher. So that she just puts these with her foldables or with the kids' notes, and the kids glue the picture in, and it really becomes an interactive notebook because they get the augmented lesson. If you have the app out, I will guide you to how to use the Teach Connect side. Do you see multiple or multiplying and dividing integers?
On the screen, yes.
Okay. Once you launch the app, you click Start Lesson, and you're going to click on Teach Connect. If you're still in the app, there's an arrow down at the bottom that will take you back out to those choices, those windows or channels. One of them is called Teach Connect. It's like at the middle right-hand side. Anything that's in the Teach Connect, that's the channel that you'll use to scan the triggers. And when you scan these triggers, you'll get different things. I've made interactive blogsters. Some of these triggers will take you there. Some will take you to videos. Some will take you to the lesson worked out, like a picture of the finished product with the steps, just depending on what the teacher asks for. This one will be a video demonstrating multiplying and dividing integers. And what is really great is the company takes, if you use a YouTube video, they'll take the YouTube video and they'll put it on their server. And then when you trigger it, it will not get blocked at your school because it's reading it from their server and not directly from YouTube. Did anybody pull it up? I can't see you guys. Okay, so that's an example of a video one. But they have, I've made, like I said, I love to make. This one would be like an example of a picture overlay. So when you scan the picture, you'll get another picture overlaid on it, the fraction butterfly.
How much does this cost, Katie?
Right now, if you tell Og that you I sent you, you'll get free access to the Teach Connect side. Anything else, the 360 degrees, the 3D models, the animated lessons, and they have animated lessons 1st grade through 8th grade for math and language arts, and they're building on those. Any kindergarten teachers in the room?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay. They asked me to create some curriculum that's augmented for kindergarten. Can I show you something?
Sure.
Okay.
It's cool.
This is a sneak peek. Nobody has really seen this yet. I'm creating interactive flashcards for kindergarten. Okay, so you see my screen, right? So if I go to my drive, you can see. Okay, do you see the apple?
Yes.
Okay, I am making interactive flashcards. I'll have basic words, number words, color words, sight words, shapes. These are meant to be cut apart so that the word is one part of the flashcard and then the apple will be the other part, so that you can use these to help build sentences. When you scan each part, you're going to get something different. So and they're working on it, so this is still in development. When you scan the word, you're going to get an animated lesson about that word, how to spell it. When you scan the picture, you're going to get a 3D model that represents that picture. So for the apple, when the kids scan the apple, they're going to get an animated lesson of the apple. And when they scan the picture of the apple, they're going to get a 3D model of the apple. When they put both of these together and scan it as a whole, they're going to get a third option or a third augmented element. And it's a voice of a little girl asking if you can spell apple. And then she spells out apple. It happens to be my daughter. And then when you're doing the sentences, because I'll have the sight words, I'll have all these others, the kids can start building sentences. And if they're not for sure, they can use the word or the picture to help build a sentence. And then they could scan each part of them to get each augmented part.
What do you guys think?
So how much was the cost?
If
What
you
is the full version?
if you want the full version, Katie, what should they prepare for?
It's not very expensive. They do run specials, and I'm not their salesperson, so I can't tell you how much exactly that they cost. I do know they will work with teachers. They did ask me to, like I said, I'm just building some content for them because they liked seeing all the things I was building for other people. And then I'm going to be making worksheets that go along with these flashcards that will also have augmented elements for the kindergartners. When they scan the picture, something will come out. So isn't that awesome? You want to try it? I think this one part of it might work. If you are in the app and you go back to where you see all those channels, where you saw the 360 and the Teach Connect, one of them, it says animated lesson. If you click on that, you'll see choices, and one of them will be kindergarten. If you click on kindergarten, like I said, these aren't out yet. These are still in development, but you can go ahead and test it to see. Hopefully, something will work. Something will pull up.
And their Twitter handle, is it AugThat, or do they have a different Twitter handle?
They have Supreme Tutoring as their Twitter handle.
Okay. So it would be a good idea for us to follow them and then say, hey, we're a teacher, we want to try something, and they might give you some extra stuff for free, maybe.
They might. Yes, they love because they're new, and they love people talking about them on social media because it is a brand.
Who needs a super friend with this people? I think Megan Coleman needs super friends with these people. Yes. All right, Katie, we're out of time, but what do you guys think? Cool. Real quickly, Katie, we only have like 8 minutes. What are 2 other apps that they should explore? Oh, we lost her. Okay, so one of them is called Chromeville. Chromeville.
you will need to report to session 2. It will begin at 10:10.
And in Chromeville, they actually have interactives, like when the students are studying like how a seed grows. That particular app, when they do the augmented piece, they have to grow the seed in the app. It's interactive. It's
the one where the volcano was too.
That one's in Colorville, Color and Quiver. The other one is Daiquiri, D-A-Q-R-I. Daiquiri's genius. It'll do like elements of the periodic table. You tap these 2 blocks together that you print off, and then it makes the bond. It's incredible. So that is that, friends. Thanks for this, and we'll see you guys next time.
Is it D-A-Q-R?
All right.